On April 30th, Africans across the globe will rise, not just in protest, but in revolution. From Ouagadougou to London, from New York to Johannesburg, we march to defend Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso, against Western lies and assassination plots. This is not just about Burkina Faso. This is about Africa's future. And this time, we will not be silent. On April 3rd, U.S. AFRICOM Commander General Langley stood before the Senate and smeared President Traoré, calling him a threat to democracy. Days later, a tiny group of so-called Burkina Faso citizens staged a protest in Paris. Funded by whom? The same forces that murdered Thomas Sankara in 1987. We know this game. France and America label our heroes as dictators, then send bullets and coups. They did it to Lumumba, they did it to Gaddafi, and now they're coming for Traoré because he dares to kick out French troops, because he stands with Mali and Niger, because he fights for African resources to stay in Africa. On April 30th, the African diaspora says enough. In over 20 cities, we will flood the streets to expose the truth. Traoré is a hero, not a target. The youth are ready to die for him because his fight is our fight. This is bigger than protests. This is about sovereignty. Traoré, Assimi Goïta, and Niger's Chiani are building a new Sahel, one free from colonial looters. But the West is terrified. They're pushing fake NGOs, bribing traitors, and yes, planning assassinations. On April 16, 2025, Burkina Faso's transitional leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, survived yet another coup attempt, this time orchestrated by 6 military officers allegedly operating from Ivory Coast. The plot was swiftly neutralized by Burkinabe security forces, with all conspirators either arrested or killed in a confrontation. Reports suggest the dissident officers had external backing, though the Ivorian government has denied involvement. Since seizing power in a September 2022 coup, Captain Traoré has faced multiple threats to his rule. December 2022, an alleged assassination plot by former junta members was uncovered, leading to arrests. March 2023, a mutiny within the Presidential Guard was suppressed, with several soldiers detained. September 2023, a failed coup attempt involving disgruntled military officers linked to the ousted Damiba faction. February 2024, a foiled assassination plan involving foreign mercenaries, reportedly sponsored by exiled opposition figures. October 2024, another military conspiracy was dismantled with suspects tied to jihadist-linked infiltrators. But before we continue, we want to prove to you that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is being targeted for the developments that he has brought to Burkina Faso. We wonder how a fully decorated American general goes on record accusing a president who is transforming an African country for the good of its people. Since assuming leadership in September 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has spearheaded a bold and ambitious agenda to revitalize Burkina Faso across multiple sectors. His government's achievements reflect a commitment to sovereignty, self-sufficiency, and rapid development, breaking from decades of dependency and underinvestment. Under Traoré's leadership, Burkina Faso has taken decisive steps toward economic independence. The Central Bank of Burkina Faso has been restructured to reduce reliance on foreign financial systems, ensuring greater control over monetary policy. This shift has stabilized the national currency and strengthened fiscal resilience against external shocks. Additionally, the government has aggressively pursued the reclamation of the country's mineral wealth, renegotiating unfair mining contracts and ensuring that Burkinabe resources benefit the people first. Agriculture, the backbone of Burkina Faso's economy, has undergone a massive modernization drive. The government has invested heavily in mechanized farming, distributing tractors, harvesters, and irrigation equipment to cooperatives nationwide. This has boosted productivity, reduced food imports, and empowered rural communities. Large-scale farming initiatives have turned previously underutilized land into thriving agricultural zones, ensuring food security and creating jobs. Recognizing that development cannot thrive without strong infrastructure, Traoré's administration has prioritized road construction and modernization. The government has acquired state-of-the-art road-building equipment, accelerating the expansion of highways and rural roads. Key projects include the Ouagadougou-Bobo-Dioulasso Expressway and new regional corridors linking farming hubs to urban markets. These investments have reduced transport costs, boosted trade, and improved accessibility for millions. Burkina Faso's energy sector has seen unprecedented growth, reducing dependence on foreign electricity imports. The Semendan Dam, a flagship hydroelectric project, has significantly expanded the national grid's capacity. Alongside this, large-scale solar plants have been constructed across the country, harnessing Burkina Faso's abundant sunlight to power homes and industries. These initiatives have cut energy shortages, lowered costs, and paved the way for industrial expansion. Traoré's vision for a self-reliant Burkina Faso includes fostering local industries. New factories producing everything from textiles to processed foods and construction materials have sprung up nationwide, creating thousands of jobs. Special economic zones have attracted both domestic and foreign investment, further diversifying the economy and reducing unemployment, particularly among the youth. Healthcare has been a major focus, with the government building new hospitals, renovating existing ones, and deploying mobile clinics to remote areas. These efforts have drastically improved medical access, particularly in rural regions where healthcare was once scarce. Vaccination campaigns and disease prevention programs have also reduced mortality rates, ensuring a healthier population. Traoré has waged a relentless war on corruption, prosecuting embezzlers and recovering stolen state funds. High-profile cases have sent a clear message. Public resources must serve the people. Transparent tendering processes and strict oversight mechanisms have restored trust in government institutions. Beyond infrastructure and industry, Traoré's government has directly improved living standards. Subsidies for farmers, vocational training programs, and support for small businesses have lifted thousands out of poverty. The promotion of mechanized agriculture has not only increased yields, but also provided rural families with sustainable livelihoods. In just under 3 years, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has transformed Burkina Faso from a struggling nation into a rising African example of self-determination. His achievements, spanning economy, agriculture, infrastructure, energy, employment, health, and governance, demonstrate a leadership style rooted in pragmatism, patriotism, and people-centered development. While challenges remain, the trajectory is clear. Burkina Faso is reclaiming its destiny. So we ask the world, who's the real threat? The man feeding his people with Burkinabe gold, or the nations dropping bombs for democracy? To every African watching, history is calling you. Protest, share this video, pressure your governments, because if we let Traoré fall, we'll mourn him like Sankara, and then we'll fight anyway. But this time, let's fight before the shot is fired.